A man punched through 3 layers of thick concrete slabs. Then, with a single palm strike across a glass bottle, the bottleneck was instantly sliced off cleanly. Finally, he directly punched through the bottle's body, yet the bottle itself didn't wobble in the slightest. Miyamoto raised his hand and caught the flying glass shards. However, his expression remained completely unchanged. Seeing this, Doppo leaped into the air again. With one kick, he snapped a wooden stake in 2. At this point, Doppo's demonstration had ended, but in Miyamoto's eyes, his moves looked like a dance performance. This made Doppo extremely angry. He asked Miyamoto if he dared to fight him. At that moment, the battle between the two was about to erupt. Doppo immediately launched a fierce headbutt towards Miyamoto, but just as they were about to make contact, Miyamoto grabbed Doppo by the head. Then, he even began to stroke it gently. Realizing his attack had been seen through, Doppo quickly retreated to create distance. Seeing this, Miyamoto also extended both arms, assuming the stance of Nitten Ichiryu, and Doppo could now clearly see the sword in his opponent's hand. Moreover, this sword was extremely long. The next second, Miyamoto thrust the sword forward. Doppo quickly blocked with his arm. Seizing this opportunity, Miyamoto slashed down fiercely from the opponent's shoulder. This transparent sword made Doppo feel as if he had truly been cut by a blade. Immediately after, Miyamoto struck again, landing a heavy punch directly on Doppo's face. Yet, at the moment of falling, Doppo supported himself with one hand on the ground, pushing his body back up. Standing again, he couldn't help but marvel at the power of that punch. But soon, he assumed a fighting stance, ready to battle again. However, Miyamoto declared that his opponent had already lost, claiming that the earlier slash had already cut Doppo down. But Doppo insisted he hadn't lost, although that slash indeed made him feel like he'd been cut. As long as he hadn't fallen, it didn't count. Hearing this, Miyamoto understood Doppo's meaning. He borrowed Tokugawa's heirloom sword. Miyamoto examined the treasured blade carefully. In his eyes, this sword was barely passable. Tokugawa warned Doppo to be careful, but Doppo stated that his palm was also a weapon. Hearing this, Miyamoto was amused and laughed heartily, ready to teach this arrogant man a lesson. Facing Doppo's sudden attack, Miyamoto instantly drew his sword from its sheath. While evading Doppo's assault, he slashed down at him with the blade. Faced with this swift slash, Doppo had no time to dodge. He could only take the hit directly on his face. But miraculously, this strike did not split him in 2, because Miyamoto did not intend to take his life. The blade merely embedded itself into Doppo's skin, without actually cutting through, although Doppo wasn't cleaved in 2. At this moment, he felt even more agonized.